Well, Dean, off the back of what was a very positive week last time out, this must have been a very, very buzzy training ground, I would have thought, for the last few days here at Osterley.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a positive week last week and it's been a positive week this week. The message that we get across to all the players is consistency. I've always said that we don't get too high when we win and we don't get too low when we get beat, and it's about, remaining consistent in what we do. We want our levels of performance to be continuous, but we also want them to push each other to keep continually lifting the bar and getting better. And it's something that we strive for at the moment. And we won't get too many better weeks than we did last week. Really good performances and good results at the back of it.
Next game is another to the West Midlands, and another massive football club with a massive stadium and expectation as well, very much like Aston Villa just over a week or so ago, and a big challenge, big test against Wolverhampton.
Yeah, it is. Richard went to watch them against Barnsley, and he said there was nothing in the game at 73 minutes, and then Barnsley scored and went and scored 4. A little bit like our game against Preston on Saturday, and then they go travel up a long way up the road to Newcastle and go and get a fantastic result there, and then 3 days later, the same place, lose 2-0. So. That just shows the inconsistencies in the game that there can be. We know that our level of performance has to be right for us to go and get something out of the game. And, what we work on week in, week out is a level of hard work, a level of performance. It's a difficult place to go, but it's also a difficult place to play at home if you're not winning. I've got a decent record there. I've only took one team there, Walsall, in the local derby and won 1-0. So, hopefully I will certainly take that result again.
Yeah, you've got 100% record to take, haven't you, doing in that respect. With players, even professional footballers, if you go to a stadium such as Villa Park or such as the Molineux, does it help, even if you're a pro, does it help? Can it motivate you a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, the players that we've got all believe that they can go and play higher, and in front of more fans than they're playing in at the moment. We're hoping that come a couple of years we'll be playing in higher crowds in a higher league in a new stadium. But the players enjoy going to these grounds where it can. I think a lot of people don't expect us to be going there and putting in the performances we do and getting the results we do, and. It's nice to be an underdog, to go and surprise people.
Is there going to come a stage, obviously we're in this sort of period now, everyone's got their squads together, and then people start speculating come Christmas as to what happens in January. Will you have to get Scott Hogan if he carries on like this, playing under a pseudonym, so people don't take notice of him?
No, I mean, what you want is players to be playing at the top of their ability, because all that does is helps the football club, helps the team, and helps the individual. And, we're no different. Scott needs to keep doing well for himself, for the team and the football club.
And you're up against a goalkeeper, former goalkeeper as a manager. You don't see many of them. Why do you think goalkeeping doesn't lead to management? Is it maybe because there's a specialist area for them to go from a coaching point of view?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of them have to go through the goalkeeping coaching route first, and then the outfield after. And there's not many. I've played under one Chris Turner at Sheffield Wednesday, and they haven't produced too many bad ones, have they, in Italy, with Dino's off as well. So Walter Zenger's in good company, and he's got a good record already in his managerial career, and he's certainly got a lot of respect from myself.
The confidence must be high after the results and performances over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the confidence is really good. The players believe in what they're doing, they believe in each other, and they believe in themselves, and that's really important at any level. But you're only as good as your last game, and after the Wolves game, we need to make sure that we're still in a good place.
Just in regards to Scott, talk of international call-ups and all that, does that help play? I mean, considering everything he's been through, and then suddenly to be in a stage where, does it depend on the individual? Is it distraction, or is it something actually that boosts people's self-esteem?
I mean, I certainly think it's a big boost for anybody to get international recognition, especially, when you're plying your trade in the second level of a country, and Alan Judge, it was a great honour for him last season. And any player that does that is a great honour, and him being linked with the Republic of Ireland is great.
And not just Scott, but Andreas Bjelland's come back from again a serious injury. At a football club, everyone focuses on players and coaches, but I mean the work that goes on behind the scenes, medical teams, analyst teams, scouting teams, all play a huge role in getting that 11 or getting that 18 ready for a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and we've got a number of players who have come back from long-term injuries. You mentioned Andreas Bjelland there. There's Lewis McLeod, there's Scott Hogan, and the team behind that very seldom gets seen. Neil Gregg, head of medical, Darryl Martin, and Richard Clark have done wonders. Keeping the lads positive, showing them the light at the end of the tunnel, and thankfully, them players have come through that now. And what it can do is give a light at the end of the tunnel to the people like Alan Judge now, who's got his long-term injury, and show them the comeback trail.
How is he? How is Alan? What stage is he at? I suppose probably not as far as he'd like to be. I would have thought with Alan he'd want to be playing now.
No, I mean you can usually tell how Alan is by just looking at his face when he comes in. He's itching to get back, and he's probably itching to get back quicker than his injury will probably allow him. That's just natural for the lad. But he's been to watch a couple of football games for me, and he's keeping involved. Because he's just a great person to have around.
And in regards to the squad for the weekend, any news?
No, all
Clean bill.
Clean bill with regard. I mean, the only ones who obviously Alan Judge, who we spoke about. Rico Henry still injured, and Callum still out as well. So, 3 players at the moment.